Oh, well, that's why YouTube didn't get anything, because
Right.
the YouTubes is not the mixers.
YouTube's is definitely not mixers.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
it's
yeah,
it's different internets, man. Different internets.
different internets. Yes, that is
Yes.
very true.
All right, so we should be live now, by the way.
We are definitely live. I got a green light. I
Sorry.
see that we're there. Very nice. So, I also did not tweet out that we are live,
Oh
which
yeah, I haven't
I
tweeted
should
anything
do.
out either. I should do that too. Just grabbing the link for the stream.
Oh yeah, good point. Gmail, Twitter, new login from Chrome. Yeah, that's right. So, sorry that we're a little late for anyone who is with us now, even though I don't think anyone is. But my operating system crashed. I think it was a bad Windows update. And then I fried my solid state drive because I shoved it into a bad hard drive dock.
Yeah, you gotta be careful where you shove it.
Yeah, you always got to be careful where you shove it. That is correct.
Hmm.
So, I am waiting for my notifications to say that you posted something. That's what I'm waiting
Oh, I,
because.
I already got the email and I'm on the page now. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm retweeting this. Retweet. Come join us.
by the way, I am way louder than you are on the stream.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
maybe bring yourself up a little bit and bring me down a little bit because I think I have a little bit of feedback or something going on. I'm not sure what it is or why it is.
Okay. So I don't know because my audio shows it's picking me up a lot more. How does this sound?
Yeah, when I play it back on the stream, I'm coming across way louder, like magnitudes of order louder.
Alrighty. How about now?
Okay, let me go back to the stream. Give me just a moment. Did you bring me down any? Because I think I'm just as loud.
I did. I brought you down a bit. I brought me up a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna try and turn off my fan because I'm
Okay.
getting like really bad feedback.
Yeah, I think the feedback might be my mic. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it's definitely worse now.
Oh, it's worse now?
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
so
it's
that means
it's.
the feedback is coming from me. I'm glad we get
I
to
haven't.
figure
If
this
you did
out
anything, I
live.
haven't gotten it yet. So.
And I don't want to unmute YouTube because then the stream has to hear it in an echo of a sense. So, can you just like say a couple words?
Couple of words of things and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck my mic's picking up. I'm just. All right, let me try something. There we go, reconnected. I gotta get back.
Hello? I can hear you now. No, correction, there's no audio in that particular scene.
Alright, how is this? Oh man, this has to be terrible.
Okay, how's that? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I had muted you. Otherwise, it'll start picking up YouTube on my side.
Okay. I should hear myself here in a minute.
You should.
Yeah, I hear myself now. Yeah, so I'm still significantly louder than you, but I mean, I would probably bring me down a little bit because my headphone. You can probably bring yourself up a little bit. I don't know. Whatever. It just needs to be evened out a little bit. That's all.
Alright, so you need saying, hey, connection's crappy.
Well, look at you, Skype.
How do I add video for you?
Oh my god, why is there an advertisement trying to take over Skype? Oh, never mind. I see. I got you.
You got
For some
me?
reason, it was asking me to accept or decline your audio or your video feed.
Oh.
I've never seen that happen before. So yeah, I had to accept it. I couldn't see it because it was behind my webcam, which is in front of part of my monitor.
Right.
So that's why I didn't see the prompt until I was like looking around. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with the stream now that it's up and running.
Now that we're like 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
I just knew that today's wasn't going to be the best, being that my operating system just bit the dust.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those. Alright, I am going to hopefully improve our stream quality by pausing the live feedback, because I don't need that.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, we are live.
Yay.
For Recycling Bin, episode number 11. Right?
Yes, we are. That is correct. We've been doing this for quite a while now.
Yep.
Paste. I retweeted, or I didn't actually retweet. I sent another new tweet to say that we are live again.
Gotcha.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and start things off with the good old PC Part Picker Challenge.
The good old PC Part Picker Challenge. I feel like every time we do this PC Part Picker Challenge, we just need to thank Dr. Zipucci for recommending this to us.
Definitely.
Because what did I just do to our... How do I... Oh, stop that. There we go.
Yeah, we jacked it. No remorse at all. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, overall as a NAS, as going for a NAS build, I think as a NAS build, yours was definitely the better build, whereas mine was a little bit more focused on being like a centerpiece for your entertainment center kind of thing, for your, something that would fit well and kind of be kind of a standout piece for your living room, as well as doing the duty of a NAS. So, but yeah, no, you definitely had the better NAS build, for sure. I do want to say Bear likes to lift you up a little bit before he crushes you. So. No, you're fine. Doc. By the way, Dr. Zibuchi just said your mic is off. Yeah.
This for this scene. That's why. There I am. So, what I did is I said Johnny won, but I lied because that's not what happened. I won last week's PC Park Picture Challenge. I feel, maybe a little remorse. Not much, really. So I won with 4 votes. He got 1 vote for 5 votes total.
Nope.
We should keep track of how many votes we get, for these.
Oh yeah, how many total votes? Yeah, how much participation there is?
Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm getting a little tongue-tied tonight, so that's
it's
awesome.
Okay. So yeah, I think we actually did a swell job there.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So.
I think last week we had, or the last PC Perfect Challenge, we had like 9 or 10 votes total, I think it was. We had a lot last time. Maybe it was 2 times ago, I forget which one. I forget which build it was. Alright, so on to this week's, or last week's challenge, I guess. The build that we did this past week. Which
was it last week or was it the week? Yeah, it was last week. Right.
Yeah, the NAS was one that we were a week late on.
Right.
Yeah, so this one was Bear's idea to do just a $1,200,
whatever
build
you
what
want,
you can
PC.
build. Exactly. Build what you can build for $1,200.
Yeah.
And see how it comes out. So, Bear, do you want to go ahead and take yours, or how you
no,
want to do
I got yours open right now. This is your build.
All right, so surprise, surprise, I went with Ryzen again because when you're talking a budget, Ryzen's kind of king of the hill, and probably will be for a while. Mm-hmm. So we've got the Ryzen 5 1600, 6-core 12-thread, because if you're looking at a Ryzen 5 lineup, I think it's the CPU to buy.
Yeah.
And really in that $200 price range, again, the CPU to buy, bar none. To cool it, I've got the Fractal Design Celsius S24, so 240 millimeter closed loop cooler, along with an MSI B350 Bazooka Micro ATX motherboard. It is so I went with this one because I want to do a Micro ATX build because I don't. There's a lot of full-size ATX, and I usually do ATX in these.
Yeah.
I wanted to try out a micro ATX just because it's a form factor that I do like, and I think there's not enough of out there for it. And this board's got a nice black and white aesthetic to it, so it's kind of neutral. I wanted to go with kind of a neutral theme with this.
Yeah.
RAM is going to be Team T-Force Nighthawk 2x8 gig kit for 16 gigs total. It's black with white LEDs, so a little bit of accent lighting in there, and again, very neutral.
Mm-hmm.
For storage, I've got a 256 gigabyte M.2 SSD from AData, and that one's kind of, if I remember correctly, was kind of a black and red theme. The box is black and red, but the SSD itself is just black and white labeling.
Yeah.
And then for mass storage, a 1 terabyte C8 Barracuda drive. GPU, we got the GeForce GTX 1070 from EVGA, the Blackout Edition, or Black Edition, not Blackout, with the ACX 3.0 cooler.
God, these pictures are so small.
Yeah, I've noticed the pictures have been not great on this build.
Usually if you go to like Newegg, you get these,
right,
massive pictures, multiple angles, and it's a beautiful thing.
But don't worry, the next one's got plenty of wonderful, beautiful pictures. And the reason I went with this is because it's brand new from Fractal, the Fractal Design Focus G Mini.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar.
Micro ATX case comes with white LED fans in the front here, as you can see. And it's just, it's a Fractal case. It's good build quality, got a nice big window to show off your parts.
Yeah.
And, I think it's just a great looking case. If I was to actually do the build in this, I would probably actually move one of those front fans to the rear for two reasons. Just for helping the air exhaust out the rear.
Yeah.
And my real reason for doing that would be to actually even out the lighting inside the case.
Yep.
Because that'll help add lighting to the rear of the case, because we're going to have the front fan and the RAM adding lighting to kind of the front and the center of the case, and then the rear would need some lighting from the other fan. So just a little note there for anybody who's thinking about that. If you want to try and even out the lighting in the case, that'd probably be not a bad idea to do. And then for the power supply, EVGA BQ600W. So it's a 600 watt semi-modular power supply. So probably a little more than you really need here. I guess not really a little more, because I got 1070 in here, so that should put you right above 50%. Which should be right in the peak efficiency curve for the power supply. And all of that for $5 in the budget.
All right. Nice. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was saying I kind of liked being able to have somewhat of a Fractal theme here, with being able to do the Fractal case and the Fractal CPU cooler to keep everything kind of that nice minimalistic, just very simple, clean aesthetic. That's what I really like about this build, is it's not over the top as far as aesthetic goes.
Exactly, and the new Fractal Design cases look really good. I almost pre-ordered one, but I'm like, oh yeah, I might be moving soon. I might need to actually save up for once. And I'm at my case limit. I have 10 cases in my office.
Oh wow!
10. I have 3 out in the hall, 7 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm kind of hoping that I'll reach a certain milestone I have in mind soon for some sort of giveaway. I don't know. So
yeah.
So one of the things I like about your build is that you kind of, well, here, I'll do mine next.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. I'll do mine next.
Let me go ahead and actually post these in the chat too.
Oh yes. Speaking of chat, I have not looked at it since we've started.
Yeah, I've got the pop out for the YouTube chat open, and I have Discord up as well to trying to do better about keeping an eye on chat, especially whenever you're hosting.
Yeah.
Try and take some of that, because I know when you're hosting, it's hard to keep an eye on everything.
Yeah. And one of the nice things is, so as far as that goes, what's nice about Discord is it actually shows up as an overlay for the stream.
Right.
So I can see it even if Discord's like tucked away in the background. And I have it so that live stream chat always pings me. So
I just looked at you build, you whore.
I know. I threw in a 1700X Ryzen 7 1700X 8-core 3.4 gigahertz processor. I went ahead and I threw on a cheaper, but I still think just as efficient, you know, within air, Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. And
Yep.
then, since I went on a little cheaper side for my CPU cooler, that's kind of how I went with a more expensive hard drive and motherboard. And my motherboard was an MSI X370, and just like Johnny, I decided to go with neutral colors, black and white.
Right.
So, and then I kind of wanted some expandability. So this one, wherever the picture is, nope. Well, this one has 6 SATA ports, so yeah, just take my word for it. And then I went ahead and I did not. I went with the same company as you did for your RAM, and it's still 16 gigs, but it's not all fancy with the LEDs.
Right.
So this one is just there.
And I actually almost used that same kit of RAM, but then I saw the LED one for, I think it was like $10 more, so I went ahead and threw it in there because I had a little bit of room in the budget.
Right. So, and I thought, you know, this matched kind of the color scheme of just the white and black and some gray. So,
yep.
Then I went ahead and I got myself an M.2, but I downgraded from what you had. You had a 256, I have a 120.
Yep.
But I still thought getting a M2 drive is kind of important if you want those high-speed OS startups.
Yeah.
So I too went ahead with a 1 tera. However, mine's Western Digital, so Caviar Blue. And then I went and I got myself a 1070 from Gigabyte, and I tried going with neutral colors, but when it came time to post my link earlier, just half hour ago, I'm like, oh no, prices have gone up. What can I afford?
Same thing happen.
Yeah. So this is the only orange accented piece, but thankfully it's like on the bottom, so if you put it in there, you'll never see it, which is kind of sad, because graphics cards, like, they have these beautiful air cooling shrouds, and it's like you never see it once you install it. I'm actually thinking of getting an extension to show mine
do the
off.
vertical. Yeah. I love that we're seeing a lot more cases now coming out. And there's a lot of Thermaltake actually cases coming out with the vertical placement for the GPU.
And MSI has a pre-build system with that as well.
Yeah.
Paul covered it while he was out there at Computex.
Right. Yeah. I'm really loving that this is becoming more of a trend because, for one, it makes it easier for you to find. I've gotten to a point now where when I'm GPU shopping, backplate is one of my must-have items because I've gotten to a point where I kind of hate bare PCB showing through the window. So a nice backplate is kind of a must for me when I'm shopping for a graphics card. But whenever you have a vertical mounted option, that's awesome because, like you said, so many of these air coolers are so well designed to look so awesome.
Yeah.
And you never get to see them because they're facing down to the bottom of your case.
Yep. I mean, if I wanted, an orange graphics card or graphics cards with orange on it, like maybe for the black and orange case I have back here, hiding behind the box. I would want to show off that orange piece, but.
Right.
Anywho. Let's continue. It's almost like 6:30.
Yeah.
And then I went with a Cooler Master Box 5. I was thinking about doing the new Fractal Focus class, but I thought, I really like the design of this, and I like that it had, just like with the motherboard, expandability for more hard drives versus the Fractal design. You're kind of limited to, 2, 3.5, and 1 solid-state drive.
Yeah. Sorry, I just realized I didn't create the poll for this week's. I put the same link as last week's. So So give me a second before you do the post or talk about the poll, and then I'll post it.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk about your build some more.
Well, lastly, since I was in a pinch and over $100 over for the monthly build, I also downgraded my PSU a little bit. So it's not a PSU I would actually buy with this, sort of setup. I would actually spend that extra $10, extra $20, and get a nicer looking GPU. Sorry, PSU. So one that does not have ketchup and mustard wiring. However, I did go ahead and grab myself an EVGA 500 watt 80 plus bronze. So the 500B. Pretty simple there. So I didn't want to sacrifice my CPU or motherboard. So I wanted to be able to expand. I always like building these with the mindset of being able to expand later on, because I think that appeals to people.
Okay, new straw poll is up.
Okay.
Okay, so it's posted in both chats now.
Uh,
So the straw poll is up, so you guys can go in. You'll have a week as normal to vote for which build you think is the best. So if you're watching the rebroadcast, you can do that. Not sure if anybody actually sits through our rebroadcast anymore. We've had a few, actually. Like, I've had a couple that I host on my channel get 50, 60 views.
Right.
So pretty decent, I guess.
So I see you put down next week's challenge is going to be a $1,200 Intel NVIDIA build.
Yes.
So we've definitely been doing a lot of AMD stuff lately, and it is
Yes.
time to share some love back with Intel and NVIDIA. Which,
Yeah,
by the
so-
way, my system is Intel NVIDIA.
Right.
Yeah.
And so was my previous system before my Ryzen build. And so that's part of the thing is we have been doing a lot of AMD stuff. It's been a lot of AMD NVIDIA builds that we've been doing. So my idea is and we kind of talked about this a little bit before, but next week is going to be Intel NVIDIA $1,200, and then I want to do the week after that $1,200 all AMD, including GPU, so we can have a kind of a look at how it compares in the same budget versus these two, sides of the PC market that typically, it's pretty common for people to be either all AMD or Intel NVIDIA. I think that's a pretty common thing to happen. So it'll just give us, I think, a good set of data to look at to kind of have a conversation about, the availability, especially with Vega still kind of being on the cusp. I think we talked about it last week that there is an official release date for the Vega Frontier Edition,
Oh, yeah.
which is like the it's into I think the 27th it was of June, so into this month, and then but that's going to be the professional grade version. So you should see a gaming card shortly after that, but I mean, it won't be in time for this build, so we're still lacking Vega. So I'm just curious to see, in the $1,200 price range, what you end up doing with what you have on the AMD side, where there's not really a high-end graphics option out there yet.
Right.
So, and guys, this week really light on topics. I didn't really get much tech news in here. This week kind of got away from me. It's been pretty crazy at work. I know, Barry, you said it's been pretty rough for you as well.
Yeah, so we've had 3 graduations. We had a graduation yesterday for one of our schools. We had a graduation today, and then we have like our biggest graduations tomorrow. So I'm like fried. And then in the middle of all of this, I had a principal be like, "Hey, I want this computer lab removed. Can you do it today?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" He's like, "It doesn't have to be today, but anytime over the summer." I'm like, "No, I'll do it today." And so.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah. So I had and I'm coming down to the crunch point. Next Friday is my up all night for maintenance day because so I'm ServiceNow system administrator.
Yeah.
And so we're going through a major version upgrade. So I've been spending the past couple of months preparing for that. It's our first major version upgrade since we moved to ServiceNow as a platform. So yeah, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be up all night, doing the upgrade, passing over the update sets for all the fixes that I had to do in dev. So hopefully nothing breaks, but we'll see.
Right. Well, best of luck to you.
Well, yeah, thank you. And on that note, let's go ahead and jump in on our first topic, which is super meaningful. Super meaningful. This is going to change your life. I don't know how you people have lived without this product in your life. So Bear, hopefully it's on the stream by now. Yes, it is. So you can charge your electronics by plugging them into Pikachu's butt. So essentially, what the article is telling us here, while Bear recovers, I'll talk about this article a bit. So this is on Geek.com. Article is written by Brittany Vincent, and essentially this is a knockoff Chinese company making these Pikachu-shaped power outlets that plug into the wall and have a USB plug on the backside where you plug in the matching yellow cable that comes with the adapter to charge your device. And apparently it does provide the full 2.4 amps, so you can charge your iPad off this or your Android tablet. I don't believe that it's got any kind of battery bank in it at all. It's really just the wall adapter, the wall wart to go with the USB cord. But yeah, so it's they say Pokemon portable USB charger, but again, I'm not sure if that means it's got a battery bank built into it or not. I don't think it does. I think
if it has a battery bank, that would be epic.
Yes, it would. But I never saw anything in here about X number of milliamp hours, so I'm not sure if it is or not, or if they just don't read enough Chinese to know that. But yeah.
So is this only out? Can we get this in the U.S.?
So the from people in the comments mentioned, so this adapter that's shown here is, I guess, a Chinese version, Asian market version. Someone in the comments mentioned that they were able to find the European version. The European version, but not an American version for it that they could find anywhere. But they were able to find it as cheap as $14.
That's kind of scary.
So yeah,
as cheap as 14 United States
U.S. dollars,
or 14 European pounds.
14 U.S. dollars, as far as I understand it, because the author mentions that it's $25. The version that she was looking at was $25.72. And again, I think this guy was, if you scroll down the first comment down there, it's only a European China plug version. Prices are as low as $14. So it looks like he was looking for a U.S. version but couldn't find it. So that's why my assumption is he's speaking U.S. dollars.
Right. And I like this. You can get international, plugs, basically adapters.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, but now you got this, adapter for this.
But Bear,
for this Pikachu to stick out of your wall with his rear end.
Exactly. You cannot put a price
on Pikachu
on charging your electronics from Pikachu's butt.
Now, what's going on?
That is priceless.
With its foot on the right, is that like?
It looks like it's just labeling, probably branding or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I know it said as well, and I'm assuming it's some sort of either a branding, like a company logo, or possibly just like a this is 5 volt, 2.4 amp, it may be the actual rating for charging on it. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if there's much else we can say about abusing Pikachu like that. So.
God, I'm sorry, Pikachu. Not really. I had a good laugh.
Yeah.
Wait, and you said Dark Lord was saying something?
Wait, did I?
I don't know. Did you?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
You putting words in my mouth now? What's wrong with you?
Apparently. Sorry, Dark Lord. I should actually put that in the live stream chat. Sorry. Dark Lord. All right.
So, yeah. Now I have a science and stuff topic that I found this morning. Not that I understand that much of it. It's, theory of relativity is essentially what we're going to take a brief moment to talk about here. So, ARS Technica, posted by John Timmer. I think it's actually ARS Technica is the official way you're supposed to say the name. But this was written by John Timmer. And Einstein's still annoyingly right as researchers weigh white dwarf. So essentially...
this was made today.
Yes. This was posted today. So I read this earlier today, and now I don't really remember exactly what it was. So Einstein's theory of relativity, one of the things for one of the key predictions for general relativity, they had to wait for the eclipse of the sun to be able to prove it. So whenever that happened, it made huge news. It had to do with the way measuring the mass of a star based on how much it distorts light. So it would actually make stars. So if you're looking at a star out in the distance and there's one, in between you and it,
Okay.
its gravitational pull will actually warp the light as it goes past it and make it appear to be somewhere different than where it is. And so by using that information, you can, I guess, kind of reverse engineer what the actual mass of that star is with that information plus its brightness and another piece of information, I believe. But it's very hard to do and yada yada. So essentially, Einstein was saying that, good Lord, I am not prepared for this topic at all. Hold on. Now I forgot what I was saying. Or what he was saying. Where is it? Oh my god, I can't find it now. Oh my goodness, I cannot find this quote. There was a quote.
Oh, wait. I got sounds now. Right, I got sounds. Forgot about this.
Oh, here it is. So this is where the Einstein was annoyingly right comes in, as when he first predicted it was technically impossible, but despaired that there was no hope of observing this phenomenon directly. So what we were talking about, actually bending the light, and the position being changed, Einstein's theory was that there'd be no way to actually directly observe this to prove that that's what's happening, that the gravitational pull of the interfering star is actually causing the further away star to appear in a different location than it really is. So I'm going to just really super dumb this down because I don't remember the details that well from when I read it this morning. I thought I would, and I don't. But essentially, there's a white dwarf that scientists ended up mapping to try and basically prove Einstein wrong and prove that they could physically observe this. And it happens to be a star that Einstein had actually observed, and there was a small problem with this star was when they observed it and then tried to calculate its age based off the known methods at the time, it appeared to be possibly older than the universe itself. And so they were like, well, that's impossible, so this is really awkward.
Right.
Essentially what happened was this star is what they ended up using to try and prove the phenomenon of the gravitational pull on light. And so they were able to do it. They were able to get a good view of it with the Hubble telescope. Basically took several dozens of pictures. And by doing that, they were able to generate a map of the stars around that star in the visible field of view and get us, a good lockdown of where their actual location in space was, right? Relative to us on Earth, or I guess relative to the Hubble telescope in this case. And by going and kind of lining these photos up, they were able to show that once the white dwarf moved into the path of these stars, as everything's orbiting around, once the white dwarf moved into the path, it actually did have an effect on the light via the gravitational pull. And so they were able to view this phenomenon. And the side effect of this was they were also able to accurately calculate its mass and prove that it wasn't older than the universe and that, all is well and science is not going to explode. That was basically it.
Well done. Well done.
I pulled it together there in the end.
You did.
All right, so let's just pretend like that didn't happen and jump on to the next topic. Anyways, so I actually really enjoyed this next topic. This is a 3D printing topic. This is from Popular Science. The writer was Jason Letterman.
Okay.
And this is in their DIY section. 3 very young inventors using 3D printing to change the world. So I'm just gonna go down the list here, and the first is a girl by the name of Jordan Reeves. She's 11 years old, and excuse me, her left arm actually stops just above the elbow.
Okay. So that's her right here.
Yeah, that's her in the purple shirt there.
Okay.
I think I don't know if you moved up on the stream, but what I see in the preview is too far. Okay. So she built a prosthetic arm that can actually, and she called it Project Unicorn, by the way, that can actually shoot glitter. If you scroll down, there's a couple animated GIFs of it. The one is like a 5-barreled thing that she built. And then there's one below that that's powered by an air can. You can see she's holding in her lap there and using it to shoot glitter.
Nice.
So this is kind of, I guess we're making like a kind of a cool, fun thing as a prosthetic, kind of an alternate to, the just normal hand or, whatever else you would build for a prosthetic.
Right.
So I just thought that was really cool. And then the next kid, Jacob Speary, I believe he's 15 if I remember correctly.
Yes.
He built a quote-unquote fidget toy. So rather than a normal fidget spinner or a fidget cube, if you scroll down, it's like a fidget gyroscope.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so when you get down to the GIF there.
Yeah, I can see him spin it.
Yeah.
Play with it.
So it's actually really cool. And I think that makes more sense as a fidget toy than a fidget spinner.
Yeah.
Because definitely not, like, to me, a fidget spinner is not going to help focus. To me, a fidget spinner is more of a distraction.
I think so too.
A focus item. However, fidget cubes I can definitely see as a focus item.
Yes.
And this is much more of an active fidgeting than I guess you could call it a passive fidget of a fidget spinner.
Right.
So I think he called it gyrings. Yeah, gyrings is what he's calling it. And it's actually going to be available for sale. It's actually being mass produced like right now, and it's going to be for sale in a bunch of I think it was Target, Barnes & Noble, and Wegmans were 3 of the places listed that are actually going to be selling his fidget gyring. So
I'm sorry, but these fidget spinners are not fidget toys because you only fidget with it for like a split second, and then you just let it sit there and do its thing for who knows how long, right?
Exactly.
So yeah. I think it's more of a toy than a fidget thing, but you put fidget in its name and it got popular.
Exactly.
But, the fidget dies, or the fidget cubes as you called it, I think those are real fidget things, real fidget devices. And I think what he's made here is an awesome fidget device.
And the cool thing about this is there's a bit of like a story of like how he managed to do, like how he managed the design process, and actually had his friends test out a lot of these early designs for him. And so one of the things he mentions that was like kind of a thing he had to overcome was in the beginning his designs created the edges on the inside to be kind of sharp, and so it was actually uncomfortable to use. Like he was, I think the quote was his friends were like, "Whoa, this is cool. It sucks, and you can make it a lot better, but it's cool."
Nice.
So I thought that was funny, a funny quote. Yeah, so he refined the design, managed to round off the edges and make them a little bit smoother, and yeah, so he's actually sold 1,000 of them through his website and local retail stores in Boston. As of the writing of this article. Yeah, so that was really cool, and probably the coolest one, the one I like the best, is this last one, Alexis Lewis. She's 17, and excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice again.
No.
So she basically what happened was apparently her grandfather was a rocket scientist for the Apollo programs, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of where she gets her whole STEM, I guess, orientations from, is from her grandfather.
Okay.
Eventually, it says in the summer of 2013, she read a story about a mother who had to drop her 2-year-old from a second story of a burning building to save the child from dying of smoke inhalation. And so she kind of was trying to think of what's a better way to handle this. And so there's a company that makes something called an emergency mask, which there's a another GIF down here of her putting it on.
Yep.
But essentially, it's like a thick fabric to help. I guess there's some way it filters the smoke out, so as
Yeah.
you're breathing, you don't inhale all that smoke. But the problem is that it's hard for firefighters to get these into the building to people that need them while they're waiting to be rescued. Like, they can get into them after they get in and get to the people, but that's not when they need them most.
Right.
They need it most when they're waiting to be saved. So she actually came up with she started trying to do a projectile delivery system with potato cannons, and ended up settling on a hand projectile because of the accuracy of the pneumatic launchers was too low. She said, I think in here, literally 0%.
Wow, yeah.
If you scroll down a little bit more, is her holding the capsule. So she 3D printed this capsule. It's almost kind of like a diamond shape-ish.
Yeah.
And so within that, she can put the mask. I believe there's also...
Looks like a football.
yeah. So she can fit that, a glow stick, and I think there was something else she said she puts in there as well. I forget what it was. But essentially, she was saying that it can be hand-thrown from a safe distance through a second-story window with about 70% accuracy in her testing. So she actually took this to like a firefighter convention and showed it off, and a lot of veteran firefighters were showing a lot of interest in it, and so she's actually working on getting it mass-produced and distributed to fire departments across the country.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I thought that was probably the coolest one here.
Now, are they all located in Boston, or?
I think at least 2 of them I saw specifically. I thought located in Boston, so I don't know if they all are. I didn't see where the first. I'm trying to just skim the article and see. It may have just been the one. Yeah, it was just the
Okay.
second one. Yeah, Sperry is the only one that they mentioned where he's at, as far as I can see.
Right.
So yeah, I had assumed they were all in Boston, but I guess that's not true.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, it's super cool just seeing, like, for one, just seeing 3D printing being used in ways that can actually enrich people's lives, and then the fact that, kids as young as 11 years old are getting involved in actually creating new things, bringing new ideas to life.
Yeah.
With 3D printing that'll actually make a difference in other people's lives.
That's cool.
And now with, that super great for humanity topic out the way, let's talk about gaming.
Yeah. I am all for it. And...
so this next, I haven't been posting these in chat. I'm behind.
Yeah.
I already closed that one. Oh well, that'd be fine. So nobody cares about that topic, anyways. So the next one's from PC Mag. This one was by Angela I'm gonna butcher this. Mascaratolo, I guess. Whatever.
Mascaratolo.
Yeah. So Overwatch announces double experience weekend.
Sorry, we did not pronounce it correctly.
Yeah. So Overwatch is super awesome game that I've never played, so I'm just gonna pretend like it's super awesome. No, I've actually really wanted to get into it. It seems I was a huge fan of Team Fortress 2, and it's obviously got some similarities to Team Fortress 2 there, and I know it's super popular.
Yeah.
Just a game that I haven't had a chance to pick up yet. But this weekend there's going to be a double experience weekend going live, starting tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
And goes through till Monday at midnight Pacific time.
Cool.
Super simple topic. That's basically it. They've been successful. They're happy about it. They want to share it with the player base, and so they're giving off a double experience weekend, which basically all in-game experience providing actions. It says nearly all sources of in-game experience will be doubled during this time.
Okay. And I see it was released midnight GMT, so that's 8 p.m. for you, and that was 5 p.m. for me. So it's already been double XP for Overwatch for the last 2 hours.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, Angela. I will be playing too much Overwatch this weekend.
So then, moving on to the next topic at hand here, we've got PC Gamer from Angus Morrison, and good old game Summer Sale is now on. So, if you're in the mood for some new games, GOG has got you covered. So we've got the article here. I'd planned on just jumping over. If you click that first link there, it should take you to GOG's website, and you can just kind of browse through a couple of the things. I know Witcher 2, I think, is on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Witcher 3 as well is on sale. There's actually quite a bit here.
Kerbal
On sale
Space,
for pretty significant discounts here.
Star Wars Knights 2. I mean, there's
and
way
a
too
ton.
many for me to say. So guys, if you are really interested, just go there. Here, I will actually link the article because props go to them. And where are we? There we are. Okay. Oh no, that's not it. Yeah, props goes to the article. Bam.
Yeah. So, ton of games on sale. A ton of them are super cheap. Check it out if you're looking to pick up some new games.
Cool.
And our last topic. You added this one.
I added this one.
It's a video. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah. It's just a quick 1 minute, 7-second video. I'm not going to play the audio because it belongs to Rockstar. However, I highly recommend that you go out and check it out. I will also link it in the chat there. So it's gun running. I mean, you've been delivering cargo for a while, and then you got into delivering vehicles. But how about delivering and taking care of vehicles with weapons and vehicles that you can drive other vehicles into? I mean, it just seems like just more ways to have fun killing each other in the world of Los Santos.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean...
It's looking pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, as they just got done showing, they show, like, a bunch of motorcycles going out of the back of an airplane. Cargo Bob, my guess. Not Cargo Bob, what's it called? The Titan. And it also showed, like, an ATC with rockets. Like, it's an AA, you know. Jeez. So, that comes out next week. Sorry, guys. On the 13th, that comes out. I'm just really excited, though, to see that. So, if you thought you were going to spend some money to upgrade some stuff, I say wait, because my guess is they're going to do with gun running the same thing that they've done with exports and special cargo, which is you got to be a CEO, you have to own a certain place, probably like a CEO office, and then you're going to have to buy this new, you know, gun running office as well. So, warehouse, whatever.
Yeah.
So, save up your money, find whatever games might have double XP or RP. No, double money. That's what you want. You want double money this weekend in order to start saving up. Because I bet you the cheapest thing will probably be about $2 mil. So, yeah, that was it. And hey, guess what? We got 3 minutes to spare.
Woo!
Woo! So, who all is with us still, by the way?
So I saw Dr. Zipucci.
Uh-huh.
I believe he's still on. Because I think it's just me and Dr. Zipucci watching the stream. I only see 2 watching.
Gotcha.
I haven't been paying attention to see if anybody else had hopped in, if the number ever went up, but
it just says participants.
I had to chat over top of it. We had someone come in and ask for a shout out, but that's as much as I'm going to say about that.
Okay. Did you remove that?
Oh yes, I forgot I can do that.
Yeah, you're a moderator. Yeah, I see them there.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I completely forgot. I could even do that.
They have a nice little logo.
Yeah. Tuberculosis. Yeah, it's a pretty cool logo.
So. Awesome.
I can't hate on the color choice there, but...
No, you can't, can you?
No, I cannot.
So
I tell you what, I've been trying to get. I've prodded NZXT a couple times to try and get them, to send me something purple,
yeah,
even if it's just a puck.
a
But
purple
apparently
puck.
they don't. Yeah, apparently they don't give a puck. So.
Oh man, don't you just hate it when they don't give a puck?
So.
You know what that
I
reminds
tried.
me of?
I can't blame them. I'm still under 100. I haven't even broke 150 subs yet.
Yeah.
The channel. I've had a bit of a lull here. I finished recording my part 2 of
Yeah.
my how to build a PC series that I started doing. So it's the actual like putting the components together part, and
Oh yeah.
like the video for it I think came out really well. But I got no audio on it, so I had to I'm having to voice it over
Yeah.
after the fact, which is a lot harder than it sounds.
It is. Because you got to time it just right for while you're doing it, and
Yeah.
so you got to like slow or speed up the shots and.
Yeah. So I'm working on that. It's gonna take me a little longer. I was supposed to be out this past Tuesday, but it's between that and just life things happening. It's taking me longer than it should to get it out. But I am gonna have a couple of. I'm looking around to try and grab the visual aid. I do have a couple of mice reviews that I'm gonna do, and so this is gonna be one of them. This is a TechNet. I think the company's based in somewhere in the UK,
Yeah.
somewhere in the EU. Because I've actually had this for probably over a year now. I made them buy me this at work whenever I got my Surface Pro 3 because they had one USB port, and I'm like, I need a Bluetooth mouse.
Yeah.
And at the time, this was a $10 Bluetooth mouse. It's now about $12 to $13 on Amazon. When I initially ordered it, it took forever to get in because it was coming from overseas via Amazon, and I think that was before we had a Prime account at work.
Gotcha.
But anywho, so yeah, it came slow boat from Europe, I guess, not China. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a review on this, and I also got a super Chinese mouse here. It's super Chinese, by the way.
Oh yeah, your Tron one.
Yeah, so it's supposed to look like Iron Man. They actually have one, so I'll when I do the video, I'll link obviously the product pages on Amazon. But yeah, so they have one that's just like this but black. If you go check it out on Amazon, when I post the video, I swear it looks like it's Black Panther themed, like with the black and the way the blue looks in the photo on it. Oh, by the way, it's breathing blue LEDs, and as far as I know, there's no way to stop them. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a review on that as well, but I want to use it for a little bit. I've only had it for a couple of days now.
Yeah.
Like I said, that other mouse I'm gonna do a review on, I've been using for over a year. I'm not gonna wait that long to do this video. I'm probably gonna use it for a week or two, and then
Right.
give my thoughts and opinions on it. But yeah, so this was I think it was actually less than $10 for this mouse. It's advertised as a gaming mouse. I think the max DPI is supposed to be like 6400 or something, 5400, I forget. So we'll try it out, see what happens.
Yeah.
But any updates on your side there, Bear?
No updates. It still looks like it's just me and you watching right now. So
yeah, I don't think so. If you're in your live control panel, I don't think it counts you.
Okay.
By the way. So I'm pretty sure there is someone else actually watching.
When I go to live chat participants, it just shows me.
Oh,
So.
well, maybe not.
However, I do have sounds, remember? So,
boy.
yeah, in fact, I played one earlier. So, you probably have to listen, but I got a few of these, and the nice thing is these sounds, you can actually click buttons while I stream on Mixer to make these sounds go off.
Oh, okay.
And they're timed so that, if you push one that's kind of long, maybe a little annoying, it takes a while before you can push another button. So, here we go. We got ding. Finish him.
Finish him.
Denied.
Denied.
Level up. I like that one. I should have done that one with the Pikachu. No time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Death. Don't get cocky. Yeah. And yes, I know, the cake's a lie.
Don't get cocky.
I'll just play this one.
Hi, how are you? Roger, roger.
Oh, how do I stop that? There we go.
Happy birthday!
Okay.
So, these are just like a few things.
Yeah.
And one of the buttons that I have is actually called the red button. And it'll change every so often. I'll change it out so it's something different. Basically, I want to make it so it's going to be something different all the time. So hopefully someone will be like, what's the red button? Is it really worth pushing?
Right.
So, and this all works on Mixer. So, yeah.
It works on Mister.
Mixer. Yeah, so if I go to mixer.com/gamingwithbear, because did I not connect? Connect. Oh, it doesn't like the format that I have going on here. Because my Chrome has to be full screen. Oh, and I also have to log in. That normally helps too. So, I think that was my password. There we go. Can I? No. No. Oh, heck no. Now what? I'm like trying to get this to work. There we go. Okay. So these are the buttons. This is just what it looks like. So this is a little number, the little spark, because in Mixer you're given sparks just for watching, just for interacting, for chatting, for things like that. You're given sparks. It's kind of the currency for Mixer. So the red button costs the most because it does. And I don't really know what to set these at, so I just kind of set them low. So
Right.
It's suggested that I set everything at 100. I'm like, eh. So, anywho, I just thought that's kind of a nice interactive way to interact with your streamer.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I am trying to work on one where you can actually pay to interact with my input. So you want to make my character jump, you can make my character jump. I'm just, of course, going to make that be a lot more,
Right.
a lot more
Right.
sparks. Like, oh man, I'm pinned down, I better not stand, and I'm standing. I better make that worth it to me.
Yep.
So, yeah, you can make it mouse input, joystick input, or keyboard input. So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I have to thank... crap, I can't remember who I have to thank for saying, have you tried Mixer? It was someone of this channel that said, have you tried?
Yeah. Oh, who was it? It wasn't one of the regulars. I don't know if they've ever been back, honestly.
Well, if they were, they could say it was me right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't remember what the guy's name was now. Oh, it was I think it was that guy that came in whenever we were doing the Vega topics, wasn't it? The first time we did the Vega topics. Yeah, I still can't remember his name, but I remember.
And he was really into AMD. Like, he was
yeah.
down NVIDIA, up with AMD.
Yeah.
So, at least I think that's who it was.
He also didn't understand what the term bottlenecking really means, but...
No, he didn't. That's right. He's like, well, what if I put this on that? It's like, well, that's going to bottleneck your...
Yeah.
It's okay. It took me... It wasn't until I was like, what? I don't know, 17, 18, until I understood, oh, bottlenecking. When other parts keep parts from performing as fast as they can because the other
Right.
part's slower. You know?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get yelled at soon if I don't. We're almost 10
yes.
after, but
Yes, we are. So, wow, my lighting is bad. Sorry about that. So, for anyone though who is interested, I am going to stream on Mixer after this. So that's my end of, outro.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to mention was I'll probably just do it on YouTube, just to be simple and plain. I will probably try and stream some stuff either this weekend or sometime during the week next week, because I want to try and do more streaming. I'll probably be playing really, really crappy Korean Digimon game.
I saw that. You tried getting me in it. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll probably play that for a little bit. Maybe some other stuff. Next week, I'm not going to be at my home. I'm going to be house sitting for the in-laws, so I'm not going to be able to play like Wildlands or anything like that because the Beast is going to be here,
right?
Not with me. Although I could drag it over there with me, but
yeah,
gonna be there
really
for
worth it.
Gonna be there for a full week.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, if they
So
have like a keyboard or something they can plug into, you don't need like all the fancy stuff to go with the Beast.
My keyboard is very portable.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Little Otamu blue switches. It's actually it's a really nice keyboard. It's like $40 on Amazon, and it's actually really nice quality for what it is.
That's cool.
So, all right. Well,
don't forget to check out Johnny O in the description down below. Check out his channel if you like 3DS and 3D printing, and I'm trying to think of something else where I can throw in 3D stuff.
If you like people who post on YouTube similar to a style that Barnacules does, where it's completely random and you don't really know what you're gonna get necessarily, probably a good channel to check out. I am trying to be a little more consistent with I do like to do like the how-to videos, and I try to do a how-to Tuesday series, and sometimes I make a Tuesday, sometimes I make it on a Wednesday or Thursday, or sometimes I go a week without getting it out, but
yeah,
it'll be there eventually. This last one, like I said, I'm struggling a little bit with because of technical difficulties, but it'll definitely be out by early next week at the latest. And like I said, I've got a couple of reviews coming. I'm trying to get to a more consistent upload again because I've kind of fallen apart. My channel is
Roger.
It's actually surprisingly not that bad. I've still had subscriber growth and view count growth. So guys, thank you so much for supporting. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, you're up to 118 now. I saw. Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's correct.
I'm at 144, and I've bounced between 144 and 145 like so many times over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I keep going like 118, 117, 116, and I just keep doing that little wave.
So if you go into your analytics and click on subscribers, in analytics it'll tell you how many you've actually gained. So like it'll only show the gains, and if you take out all my losses, I'm like 163. I'm like, no.
Nice. Nice.
But I've had all the losses in there too, so.
Yeah.
But all right, I can ramble on all night long, so I'm gonna go ahead and say good night, guys. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter at TitoTechTube. Check out my channel. Check out Bear. Check out our Patreons. If you want to support us, go for it. If you can't do it, not a problem. It's just a nice to have. We're still gonna be here. We're still gonna do what we do. But if you want to support us and help us do better, go for it.
Yep. That sounds right. So.
Roger.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get good at that outro thing.
Yeah, we're getting better at that outro thing.
Oh, and now we just ruined it.
So, no, actually, you're right. So, and the Patreon helps with, more video production on both of our sides for both of the things that we need. So, yeah. So, all right. I'm
guys.
off. You're off. I'm going to go shoot over to Mixer, so.
Yep. thanks for stopping in, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you again next week on my channel, hopefully, assuming that my in-laws' internet will support streaming.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I'll figure that out next week. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Good night.
Good night.
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you?